We got everything we need right here. Wine and burning chemistry. You and me alone. You and me alone. Inside of our embassy. Everything we need's right here. Make me sing along. Sing along. I never thought I'd ever be stuck by you. I never thought I'd ever be stuck by you. Oh, watch me dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. We got everything we need, right? Watch me dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. Yeah, we got everything we need right here. Moonlight on your naked skin, summer's blind us to giving. Where you wanna go, where you wanna go. Stars align onto your face, pretty sweet your sour taste. Make me sing along, sing along. I never thought I'd ever be stuck by you. I never thought I'd ever be stuck by you. Oh, watch me dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. We got everything we need, right? Watch me dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. Yeah, we got everything we need right here. Sharing all your deepest dreams, wonder what they really mean, yeah. In the empty bottle lies all the answers. Write down all your memories, feel the things you wanna feel, yeah. In the empty bottle lies all the answers. Oh, watch me dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. We got everything we need, right? Watch me dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. Yeah, we got everything we need right here.
Hello, squaddies. How is everyone today? And what a fabulous day it is. What fabulous news we have gotten literally in the last hour. Just put a one in the chat so I know that you can hear me, please. Today's going to be a mega podcast. Today's going to be a mega podcast. Okay, thank you so much, Kevin Sims. You can indeed hear me, and I can't wait to hear you. If you want to come up and talk when I'm done going through all the news, I want to hear from you. Here is the link. Let me just post this. You can come wait in the back. Meghan in Paris, breaking news. Breaking news, y'all. The type of breaking news I like. Please. I am so fed up of the tabloids and the reconciliation this and Olive Branch that and William throwing a tantrum. Please, I want more of this. What a glorious day. Okay, here is the call in link. Let's get through all the stuff first and then I'll let you come up, but you can come sit in the back right now. Oh my God, there's more. Literally in the last 10 minutes, as I was waiting to go live, we've also got images and video of Meghan in this beautiful black dress. There's literally in the last 10 minutes, she went out to dinner. Y'all, if you watch the videos, like there's this one video where she's walking out of the fashion show. She knows who the F she is. Like she's not just like walking normally, she's got a strut to her. Yes, kawaii. Mother is mothering. Hello? Hello? Show the CC. Is this the soft life, Meghan? I sure want part of that. Loving her looks, everything about her. Yes, this is soft life. This is high fashion life. This is demure and mindful life. This is doing what the F I want life. I know who the F I am life. All of that. All of that. The British press are heading for Paris. Listen, by the time they get there, she'll be out. Okay, let's get to it. Yes, please come stream in, everybody. Stream in, stream in, stream in. Stream in, and please do come up if you want to. Let me just post the invite link again. All right. Yes, first things first. So I have notifications of Meghan's Instagram of my phone. So straight away when I saw this, I actually reposted this video. So I can't play it now because it's got music in it. I don't want to get hit by the copyright police. But she posted this mysterious video of her walking, just her feet. And at first I thought, did they rock up to New York soon? Like early? Because they're due in New York next week. And it was just like her feet with this very, very fancy flooring. So I'm like, oh, maybe this is some fancy building in New York or something. And then, not only half an hour later, we start getting photos of Meghan at the Balenciaga show in Paris. Just wow. This outfit is so regal. It's just giving. I'm going to show you pictures from the back as well. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the back. It's flowing. This gorgeous, ivory off-white minimalist makeup. She's out there with her team. Daniel's out there as well. Perfect makeup. Perfect. Clean girl, demure, mindful. It's like the outfit and the makeup just mesh so well together because the outfit is very dramatic while still being minimalist. The way it flows, the pointed shoes. I think she's just wearing some simple studs, if any earrings at all. Natural makeup, the makeup just accentuating the beauty of her face. In the actual runway show, she was sitting, of course, in the fro in between Tracy Ellis Ross. Hello, Tracy Ellis Ross, and forgive me, I forget his name. One of the guys who works at Soho House, longtime friend of hers. He was on her other side. Whoops, folks, just give me a sec. Gotta plug in my laptop. I mean, the news is so hot, it's draining my battery. News so hot, it's draining my battery. Let me just plug in my laptop so you don't get me cutting off halfway through the podcast. Okay. She also crossed paths with Anna Wintour, gave each other a cheek kiss. I'm sure they've spoken before. And they just look like two people who were just seeing each other again for like the bazillionth time. I know that Anna Wintour is no longer the creative director of US Vogue, but she still has a directorial position in Condé Nast. So I am almost 100% sure we are going to get Meghan on the cover of American Vogue, y'all. Be ready. Be ready for the meltdowns. Have your black outfit ready for the funeral of people in the tabloids. Be ready for the plates crashing in the palace. Be ready. Be ready for all of that. Have the blood pressure machines ready. Have the blood pressure medicine ready. Doctors and ambulance on standby, please. Oh, I'm just so happy that Meghan gets to do these things again. This is Meghan pre-royal life times 10. Reborn, rebirthed. To the max on acid. And shrooms with a dash of rosé. Speaking of wine, We're going to come back to the fashion in a minute because there's another look that I want to show you and a little bit more that I have to say about this. But let's just, since I mentioned wine anyway, yes, yesterday we got a drop. As Ever has now added white wine, Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc, to their line. No teasers, no nothing. They just dropped it like a Beyonce album at midnight. Now, this wine, interestingly enough, is from New Zealand. It's imported from New Zealand. And MEGHAN, thank you. Shout out to the squaddy that actually told me about this. But MEGHAN is actually a huge fan of Marlborough wine from New Zealand. She wrote about it in the TIG when she had the TIG. So again, not new to this, true to this. Wine, food, it is what she knows. And so now we have a white wine. I'm sure that we will get a red. I would like to request, if anybody on the As Ever team is listening, I would like to request, please, a champagne, a sweet prosecco. That would make me very happy. And perhaps some non-alcoholic options. Non-alcoholic wines and beers are becoming more popular. This is from the TIG. She wrote this years ago. The region was a definite win for me. With their beautiful wineries, Hans Herzog and Kim Crawford were standouts, and proximity to Havelock, home of the green lip mussels. Whoops, what happened there? Sorry, I was reading and then it moved. Okay, home of the green lip mussels, which are, I kid you not, as big as your hand. Cozy up to a local winery. Sipping wine, then head back to any number of local Havelock restaurants for a bowl of mussels and fresh baked bread. A respite from the constant adventure of the road trip, a nice way to settle into bucolic bliss. So it wouldn't surprise me if it was probably made at that same winery. Would she have gone and taken a trip? Maybe. I mean, she managed to slip into Paris undetected. Wouldn't surprise me if she slipped into New Zealand undetected, and then we get some, behind the scenes shots or something. I don't know. But she already has a connection there. She wouldn't have had to go. She'll probably, send one of her team. But I will laugh so hard if she actually did, and we get pictures of her there, and the tabloids don't even know that she went. That would make me laugh and howl so bad. I mean, they didn't even know that Harry went scuba diving in Hawaii. And she just dropped that wine and no one knew. And this is how it's going to be going forward. You are not going to know nothing until Harry and Meghan decide to drop it. And I love this for them. And that's how it should be. But back to Paris. Yes, this is and yes, you can go and order that at asever.com. Again, I think it comes in the single wine and then the multiple cases as well, if you want multiple cases. I do hope that they speed up international shipping very quickly and wholesaling abroad very quickly, because Trump is introducing all types of silly tariffs. And I don't know whether or not that's going to affect food produce. But if tariffs do get put on food items, it could affect the As Ever brand. So please, international shipping quickly, because we want that jam and we don't want to have to bother our friends in the US to buy it and send it over to us. So this is the second look from the night. She went to dinner in Paris. Again, looking stunning, sleek. I didn't manage to get the videos in time because I just wanted to get on the live. But definitely check out my Instagram. I will be reposting videos and giving more commentary on TikTok as well. So what do you... I'm going to go to your comments. What do y'all think of this look? Just... oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Just flawless. I'm speechless. Was not expecting this today. I was literally on my way home as this news dropped. Thank you so much, Kevon Slims, for the super chat. You said this is why they hate her so much. They never know her next move and can't compete or compare. Indeed, they cannot compete or compare. And you know what's so sad is it never even had to be a competition. Everybody's in their own lane, and just stay there and focus on you. Right? You don't have to compete with everybody else. You can just do you. Now, you know the next thing that's going to happen, right? Who knows the next thing that's going to happen after this? Guess who's going to be showing up to a fashion show wearing all white after this? I'm telling you, if it happens, I'm just going to laugh so hard at this point. I'm going to laugh so hard. Because you just know that it's going to happen. Chef Sandy Love, thank you so much for your super sticker, Chef Sandy Love, and great to see you still around. It's great to see so many squaddies who were here pretty much from the beginning, still here, and new ones coming and joining the crew. Legs, you said, wait, I thought that M leaks. How did they not know exactly? Oh, what a glorious day. And I hope this also signifies the beginning of Meghan really entering her fashion era, because this is who she was before she was in the royal family. She was going to the fashion week shows. She was sitting at the front row. She was mingling with the designers and the tastemakers. I would like to see this all the time. She is now building a brand. And this is part of building a brand when you are part of the brand. As ever is the brand, she is also the brand. And going to international shows and doing interviews and all of these things, I want to see more of it. Rahina, you said, squaddies, we need to go on a writing campaign to get and a PR box of wise honey and flower sprinkles. That's not necessary at all. That is not necessary at all. I think that personally, I'll tell you why I wouldn't want to get anything from Meghan's team, even if they wanted to send something to me, because I'm very critical of the royal family and I'm still very critical of monarchy. If I was to get sent something, you just know what the Daily Mail headline would be. Meghan sends anti-monarchy fan a box of goodies. That's what the headline would be. So I do not need anything from Meghan's team. I'm just happy to have this platform. I'm happy to have you guys in community, and when it as ever becomes accessible in the UK, I will buy my box and pay my pounds and pennies happily. But thank you so much for the thought. Hi Vera, lovely to see you here. Cinderella, you just ordered 3 bottles. Fantastic. I'm also, the other reason I'm glad she's done a white wine is because I like to cook with white wine. Look up shrimp recipes, white wine. Thank me later. Church Nelly also ordered 3 bottles of the new wine. Petition to have Meghan make moonshine and whiskey. Just for Church Nelly. Light side, you love this look. So do I. Do I have a PO box? No, I don't have a PO box. I do have. I don't think I've even shared this for a very long time. But one thing I do have, if y'all absolutely want to get me anything, oh my goodness, I don't even have the link here. That's so weird. I do actually have an Amazon wish list. So when you buy things from that wish list, it goes to my house. But I don't think I've even posted that link in such a long time. Let me see if I yeah, I'm gonna have to find that link. But if you actually want to send me something physical, I will find that link and post it in the community tab. So I just want to get through your comments before we get on to the next thing. Yes, Apache, grey style, beauty, elegance. Meghan has it all. This look of just oversized draping, I'm trying to incorporate a lot more of this into my look, especially now that I'm going to be 35, y'all. My birthday is coming up and I'm about to be 35. This like elegant demure look. This is what I'm going for now. Yes, iconic fashionista. I'm also hoping, oh, I almost forgot to say this. This is on the tip of my tongue, but I kept on forgetting. I'm hoping that we're also now going into the era of Meghan potentially doing some fashion campaigns. So perhaps, maybe, who knows? Face of Balenciaga? Face of Dior? Face of Carolina Herrera? There's a string of designers that she wears regularly. And I'm sure would all love her to be the face of their brand. And she would be getting paid, honey. Paid. For context, Jennifer, what's her name? Who was in the Hunger Games? Jennifer Lawrence, that's it. Jennifer Lawrence's deal with Dior is worth 30 million. Jennifer Lawrence's deal with Dior is worth 30 million. How much do you think Duchess Meghan's deal would be worth? That would probably be the biggest deal of all time in Dior. I would place bets on anywhere between 50 to 100 million. Obviously, maybe over the span of several years. But she would be getting paid for that. And Meghan doesn't just wear Dior clothes, she wears Dior makeup. So I'm hoping this is the beginning of some endorsement deals, some high fashion endorsement deals also. Thank you so much, Kevon, again for the super chat. You said, what the Left Behinds don't understand about Harry and Meghan is they have talent trimming and a popular culture relevance. Indeed. Black Queen, you said, your royal membership is closer to 48 months. Indeed, Black Queen. Not just your membership, but you are very, very generous to buy me a coffee. Don't think I don't notice. I do. Thank you, everyone, as always. I mean, I appreciate you just showing up with all those extra donations. It does help to keep the podcast going. Appreciate it so, so much. Thank you so much, Black Queen, for being around for so long. And thank you, Kevon Slims. And thank you again for the super sticker. Like said, you said, about time too, because I need more classy, mature, but youthful inspo. Yeah. I think it's very difficult to find that balance between classy and mature, but not matronly and still youthful. And I think this is like, this type of style inspo is a good medium. All right. Have we had enough of gazing at Meghan and her amazing, I mean, just the shock of it when this came up on my feed. Like, what? What? You were where in Paris? Shocking. In the best way. All right. What is next on my slides? Here we have... let me... yeah. Let's get on to the drama. But we can laugh at this drama because Meghan's leftover family, boy oh boy. Samantha Markle. Samantha Markle is out here fighting for relevance and fighting for pennies. Bless her. You know, it costs absolutely nothing to be a good person. Nothing. It's free. And Samantha Markle, things could have gone very differently for her. But I think that Samantha Markle was jealous of Meghan well before she married into the royal family, well before she even became a successful actress. And it was just festering and festering and festering, and it came out in full-blown dragon breath mode when Meghan got into the royal family, and she just decided, I'm not even going to try and make amends for any hurt I caused in the past. I'm not even going to try to extend the olive branch, as we like to say on these royal streets. I'm just going to continue to be a horrible human being. And karma has put her right in her place. She is desperate. So, from Celeb Bitchy, this week Samantha Markle popped up online to claim that her father, Thomas Markle, was stuck in a building in the Philippines following a massive earthquake in the country. Samantha put the blame squarely on Duchess Meghan's shoulders because clearly, if Meghan would only allow the trash side of her family to exploit her, then toxic Tom wouldn't be in the Philippines in the first place. Philippines is a very, very cheap place to live, by the way. A lot of foreigners go there, a lot of nasty, grimy men trying to get themselves a girlfriend on the cheap, patriarchy on the cheap, go there. I think the Philippines might even be cheaper than Thailand, which is another place a lot of them go. Both beautiful countries, by the way, just being ruined by people like this. So, well, funny story. Toxic Tom called up TMZ and said Samantha Markle was lying. I added an update with TMZ link in the post a few days ago, but here's the story. Thomas tells TMZ. So basically, she claimed that he was trapped in a building or something in the Philippines, and then Thomas actually called TMZ and was like, I don't know what she's talking about. He's safe in the hotel room, and in no way is he trapped and unable to walk, which are the claims that are being made by Samantha Markle on Twitter, in which she said that her dad was stuck on the 19th floor of a building after a massive 6.9 magnitude earthquake shook the province of Cebu on Monday. Thomas tells us his hotel wasn't even impacted by the quake at all, adding the epicenter was 100 miles from here. As for his daughter Samantha's claims, Thomas says he hasn't even spoken to Samantha, so he isn't sure why she claimed he was trapped. So she's out here trying to pretend that she's so outraged that he's trapped. They don't even speak. Instead, Thomas Markle insists he's living pretty well, adding, I'm currently sitting on the couch in my hotel room with my feet kicked up watching Charlie Chan movies. I'm quite comfortable. Many outlets updated their stories, and some outlets devoted new pieces on what seemed like a breakdown of communications between a bat-ish crazy father and daughter. The Daily Mail did a new story in which they linked back to TMZ and basically called Samantha crazy, or as I like to call her, Scamantha. Well, funny story. Samantha is now calling out the Daily Mail. So now she's clapping back at the Daily Mail. Two rats clapping at each other. She's posted a bunch of texts between herself and the Daily Mail's editor, Caroline Graham, who was in the Philippines with Thomas Markle. Previously, Graham also moved down to Rosita, Mexico to coach Tom and exploit him against Meghan. Samantha is also calling out TMZ and saying that Thomas never spoke to them either. Here's my larger question. Why the F is the Daily Mail's Caroline Graham still this invested in Thomas Markle? They've already proven that they can get him to repeat their unhinged scripts. They've already paid him to sell out every single thing about Meghan. It's been 7.5 years since Meghan cut him off. She's not going to suddenly change her mind. This is a sunk cost fallacy on the Mail's part. Indeed. They are so darn desperate. Now, here are the text messages that Samantha posted. Oh, Daily Mail, you're pretty stupid. Sorry, folks, I've got to throw you under the bus. A snake throwing a rat under the bus. You love to see it. Oh, you would do an article like this when one of your senior editors was the one who sent me the messages saying my father was trapped on the 19th floor because he can't walk down the flight of stairs and the elevators were off. Sorry, you're busted. Gloves off. Immediate come back off me, or this is going to get nasty for the Daily Mail. Now, remember, the Daily Mail is already in a court case, or in an ongoing court case, with Harry and other claimants, and this is going to go to court at the beginning of 2026 next year, January, February. It is astonishing to me that they are still playing these silly games. That they are still trying to dig at Meghan via her father and her skanky half-sister. And there's really not a lot they can game. I agree with the article here. Samantha also says maybe Carolyn of the Daily Mail shouldn't have sent me panic messages saying that they were trapped because my father couldn't walk down 19 flights of stairs and the elevators were not working. So Carolyn Graham of the Daily Mail is by the side of Thomas Markle. I don't know. I guess they're dating or something's going on between them. And she's the one who's been texting and messaging Samantha Markle. I think they still honestly believe that via Thomas, they can get something. I don't know if they're expecting that Meghan will maybe one day suddenly reconnect with her dad. It doesn't seem like that. It's been 7 years. And he's proven himself very untrustworthy. And he is a direct link to the Daily Mail. And you've got someone from the Daily Mail right next to him. That is creepy as hell. And it's been like this from the beginning. Do you remember in the Harry and Meghan documentary when Meghan said that there was something very strange about her father's response when he was in Mexico? And I believe that was because of Carolyn Graham. I believe she has very much been there all along, like this puppeteer. HRH on Twitter said, I remember Meghan Sussex saying the first time she knew something was off with her father is when she messaged him on his cell phone and she didn't recognize the tone in her response. Exactly. So it must have been her or somebody from the tabloids. She knew someone else was handling her dad's phone. And look who's still in the picture. I mean, Carolyn Graham, what does she gain from this? Do you know, there's so much I could say about this in terms of not just the dynamic that we're seeing here and we've been seeing in the last 7 years with these obsessive figures and how they obsess over Meghan. You see this dynamic playing out with Black and brown women in real life. This weird obsession that they have with us while hating us. I don't think that Carolyn Graham wants Meghan's father. She wants access to Meghan. She is obsessed with her. That's what this is about. I don't believe she loves this man. I don't even think she likes this man. It's just the proximity. This is the closest she can be to Meghan. It's the same with that E. Holmes woman, who it would appear has been given forgiveness and grace from the Meghan team because she gets goodies, but she literally wears everything that Meghan wears. This is a woman who back in the day was not very nice to her. She wears everything that Meghan wears, wants to go to all the same places that Meghan goes to. She barely writes about Kate. That's a hater turned into a fan, a full-on fan. The other haters still don't realize that they're fans and will do anything to get close to Meghan, including being close to her father, who will not get close to Meghan anytime soon. It's a mental illness at this point. It is a straight up mental illness. And even the derangers are getting mad. Don't talk about them often, but this is Meghan's mole, one of the most prominent ones. Riddle me this. If the earthquake in the Philippines occurred on Tuesday, what does Samantha Markle's text from the past Sunday claim? I am trapped. In my opinion, Samantha Markle lied about Thomas Markle being trapped. Indeed, she did. It wouldn't surprise me if they had maybe had a plan to use the whole trapped in an earthquake thing to do like a fundraiser or something. But things didn't go quite to plan. She's also selling this. Meghan Markle's wedding gift from sister plus signed book. Only $595. This reminds me of like back in the day when people would sell like Michael Jackson's fart in a box. Like those early days of eBay. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, desperate, the best describing words for these people. Speaking of ridiculous and desperate, William, which we will get onto after I have read your comments. We on fire today. We on fire. Black Queen, you said you love her natural look, so do I. Personally, I don't know how Meghan does it. Simple but stunning clothes are amazing on her. I mean, when you got a face card like that, Meghan's 43, like a year or two older than William. Kevin Slims, you said, did Meghan make the trip solo or was it with Harry? So far, it seems solo. Even in the footage of her going to dinner, I didn't see Harry with her, but I wouldn't expect Harry to go on another trip this soon because he just came from the UK and Ukraine like only a few weeks ago. So I would expect that this is a solo trip for Meghan, and then they'll both be in New York. Let's have a look. Trader CC, Scammy is playing devil's advocate and daredevil tactics. She better pray they don't pay her, and he does. Listen, she's trying to throw the Daily Fail under the bus. The Daily Fail can throw her under 5 buses and a truck. Rahini, you said, Scammy has always been jealous because of Thomas. By Thomas Jr.'s own words, Thomas was an absent, horrible father who frequented ex-workers. It seemed that he did better when Meghan came along. Seems so. And I think that's what's made them so jealous. That it's like Meghan got a little bit more care than they did. That can happen sometimes with neglectful parents. They'll have like a favorite, or like they see themselves in the favorite. But when it came time to stand by his daughter to support her and, you know, be by her side, he chose to treat his daughter as the Duchess Meghan and not as Meghan Markle, his daughter. And now she ain't got that Markle name and don't want nothing to do with you. Petra, those idiots will fly over to Paris and find someone to interview. The doorman's cousin sister's dog walker said that he saw Meghan. Oh god, hilarious. It would have surprised me if Meghan's already on that plane. And also, you know, just a reminder, she's worn Balenciaga many times before, and this particular creative director, she's worn his pieces many times before. I don't know if you remember that 2-piece oversized Valentino at Invictus. That was him, I believe. So just reaching into people who she's already worked with, and I'm sure we're going to see more. Something in fashion is coming soon. I'm Jodie CC. I came close to your thoughts and agreed. Caroline wants to get closer to Meghan's life and later on. Well, it's not going to happen. And I also agree that this is a, you know, sunken cost for the Daily Fail. They're so desperate at this point. They know that they've lost. Okay, so William apparently was doing this interview. And all I'm going to say about this is the following. When Spare came out and Harry spoke about his childhood, his teen years, his traumas, it was, why is Harry airing the family business? It was, oh, YM Droid, hello. YM Droid, we're doing call-ins if you would like to come up. For those of you who've come in a little bit later, here is the call-in link. You know, it was Harry's airing the family business, and why is Harry talking about this? That's exactly what William did in this interview, talking about his parents' divorce. Also getting the timelines wrong. Also talking about he plans to shake up the monarchy and change the monarchy. Sir, your father's not dead. So unless you're low-key trying to tell us that he's dying, I find it very inappropriate that you're talking about shaking up the monarchy. And remember when Harry said in his ABC interview, I don't know how, it was something along the lines of, I don't know how much longer my father has, or something like that. People were getting offended. And here is William, the heir to the throne, talking about, I'm going to shake up the monarchy. When Harry practically begged to see his father because he doesn't know how much time he had left, he was blasted in the media. When William talks about what he's going to do when he's king, while the actual king is very much alive, he's held as a visionary. A visionary of what? William is trying to be relatable so bad, and it's not working because it's coming too late. It's inconsistent. Those of you who are in the UK or you keep up with UK news, you know what's going on in our country right now. On all fronts, socially, politically, economically. I'm not going to say it here. This isn't the podcast to say it. But with all of that going on, at this present time, William is walking into a firestorm as king. And then add to that the fact that he is increasingly unpopular. Many people feel that he is out of touch. He has not done anything to lay a solid foundation, because I don't think William thought he had to have a solid foundation. The kingship he thought he would have is going to be very different from the one he's going to have, because the world is very different from the world that we lived in before. So William saying he's going to shake up the monarchy, I think the monarchy needs a shaking down, not a shaking up. Shake it down. Charles said that he wanted a slim down monarchy. Make it slimmer. We need Ozempic and all the whatever other drugs available for weight loss. Bring them all for this monarchy. I don't know what they do at this point to make themselves more likable, more relatable. Is that even something that they need to do? I just thought of something. The royals need to stop thinking about how to make themselves likable and relatable and start thinking about how they can make themselves useful. There we go. There. Had to dig through my thoughts a little bit, but we finally got there. Stop trying to make yourself relatable and likable and start trying to make yourself useful. And I think that they are going to at least make themselves more bearable. Maybe not more popular, but more bearable going forward. Getting a 150-acre estate, definitely not the way to make yourself seem more useful. So that if anybody from the palace is listening, the wasp, the bee, the snake, the dragon, the bat, all of you lot, focus on how you can make William and Kate more useful. Just forget about relatability and likability at this point. This is Kate at a more recent royal duty thingy. My gosh. What can we do to make ourselves useful in these current times? Oh, Miss September, nice to see you. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Lady, a Balenciaga capsule collection would be great. I think it would be nice if she did like one line with a designer capsule collection and then like maybe something more mid-high end, like good quality. I envision something like, do you know the brand? I think it's Free People. Like they focus on quality, natural materials and outfits that are very stylish. Like in my mind, that's and we know that Meghan likes, sustainability and all of that. So I see maybe her going down the Free People route. Quinn, the internet have been blowing Meghan up in Paris. Indeed. And she was only there for like, 2 hours? Dang. All right, I can see 3 of you on the stage, Mina, Rahini, and YM Droid. I know you're buzzing to come up. So let me just skim through the next things, and then I'll have you up, and we can have a little chit chat. Okay, so that is that. What's the next thing? Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan has a new book coming out. Now, I think that Harry and Meghan probably only take up like one paragraph, but he's using that 1 or 2 paragraphs to push his skanky book. Apparently, it's about the death of wokeness or something like that. His war with Harry and Meghan, his one-sided war that he has in his head with 2 people that pay him absolutely no attention. The one time that Meghan paid him any attention is when he was on that show and he questioned her SCIDal ideations, and she put in a report, and he ended up getting done for that. He was told where to go by his colleague who was on the show that day. He stormed out. He was then reported, and he ain't been back on there since. He had to go crawling over to Rupert Murdoch for a job. And here he is. Apparently, there's nothing else going on in the world. And all he can talk about is Harry and Meghan. I hope Meghan never acknowledges this man, ever. He'll be on his deathbed, on final life support. And his last words will be, Meghan. 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 Those will be his last words. Like, I'm sorry to be so morbid, but like, it is pathetic that a grown man like this is so obsessed with another woman, a married man, weaponizing his position in media to bully women. Meghan's not the first. And what he's done in the past is he bullies women to the point where they give in and then they give him an interview. And he still hasn't figured out that it's just not going to work with Meghan. You know what I think would make a far more interesting book? Details of all the PDF files and shady figures that Piers has been cozy with. Oh, I just know that Piers Morgan has way more deets on Max Clifford, for example, than we ever knew when Max Clifford was alive and even since he died. That's the book that I would read. Give us those details, Piers, because you don't got nothing to say about Meghan and Harry. You know nothing. Sad man. Sad, pathetic man. Gonna be on his deathbed. Meghan. Please acknowledge me, Meghan. Ridiculous. Okay. Was there anything else that I needed to say? No, I don't think there was anything else. So we can get into call-ins and just admiring Meghan's looks. All right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to allow everyone to just, speak for like a minute or two. And then when I play the gong, and then you got to stop talking, and then we'll have a more like longer discussion. I just want to let everyone kind of get their 2 cents in, and then we can have a longer free-flowing discussion. If you would like to join, folks, here is the link. Let me just post it. Call in. Thank you so much, the Mod Squad. By the way, I think it's the biggest podcast we've had for a while. Over 700 people in the chat, and I'm not seeing any trolls so far. So thank you so much. Mina, go for it, my dear.
Oh, hey, Anne. How's it going? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Thank you so much.
Okay, good. Yeah. I ain't gonna be too long because I know other people is in the back.
No,
First things
fine.
first. Okay, first things first. Our Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, looks so beautiful. She is stunning on these people. I think my look from her that I like more is the one in the black outfit. The white outfit, it looks good. It's just not my cup of tea per se, but I did like the other outfit that she had on. When I saw the video that she had posted, it was just her walking out. At first, I thought she was actually in New York, probably going to like a fashion show. That's what I'd assume. And then Bam, she's in Paris.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she's outside. Let's see. The Three Stooges, which is her mom, Lord, her daddy, her sister, and her brother. I already knew that there was gonna be some infighting happening. It's just gonna be a matter of time before that happens. And what's so crazy is that the brother and the daddy put her on blast, saying that no, that did not happen. We were not on the 19th floor. And now she wants to get mad because they put her out on blast for lying. And for that book that
Mm-hmm.
she's trying to sell for what, $600, which originally I think somebody said it was like over $800. Girl, buy it. Ain't nobody finna buy that book.
No.
Let's see. William, he's pathetic. His reign won't last long. So I really ain't got too much to say about him. Oh, and Piss Moron, you still haven't learned your lesson, have you? Don't he got a court case coming up, if I'm not mistaken?
I don't know if Piers Morgan is part of the Daily Fell court thing, to be honest. I have to double check that.
Oh, well, if he is or isn't, or if he's part of another court case, I hope they sue the hell out of him. I really do. Because, matter of fact, he should be under the jail if you ask me, but that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you
Mm-hmm.
still haven't learned your lesson yet? Leave Harry and Meghan alone, especially Meghan. She does not want to be bothered with you at all. She's not even thinking about you with your old deck having self. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. I'm done.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much,
You're
Mina.
welcome.
Okay, you can stay in the chat and talk again if you want, but I will just move down the line. Rahini, how you doing, Rahini?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love the whites
Mm-hmm.
because as a big girl, I could wear it. I,
Oh yeah, very
you
versatile
know,
look, isn't it?
yeah, you could be any size and wear that. That black dress, I can leave that for you, skinny ladies. You understand? Especially if you have like, a little bit of belly, your boobs a little big, you could rock that. She is every woman. And I love
Mm-hmm.
that so much about her as a fashion icon, and she just slipped in so easily, so
Mm-hmm.
easily. Oh my goodness. So,
Yeah.
Peggy, you was on a podcast about what? About
He was
plastic,
talking.
about pegging. Like, I mean, I want to
he,
know how to peg, like how to get a guy to let me peg him. I mean,
he was talking about
what was he talking about?
he loves to sleep or something like that. I don't know. I don't actually know,
Wow,
and I don't care
wow.
too much.
He loves to sleep. Wow.
Yeah.
You're so right. They need to start to be effective. And that was something that Megan was.
Yeah.
With
Exactly.
Grenfell, with was the other thing she did? Oh goodness, I know about the Grenfell, and there was something else
Oh
she
yeah,
did.
yeah.
And
The grandfather. Yeah.
she was effective. She did what they said you was supposed to do when you didn't do anything, and it's just a waste. They're just a waste.
Mm.
And unfortunately for them, the world is seeing how much of a waste they are. And as for
Sorry.
Pissy,
Sorry, Rahini. You got a bit of
yeah,
rumbling. I don't know if the mic is too close to your mouth or.
yeah, you hearing it better?
Yeah, a little bit better now. There's just a lot of rumbling in the back.
I think that's a fun.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just incredibly sad, but Megan looks stunning. This woman would look good in a garbage bag tied with string. So
Mm-hmm.
she's stunning,
Indeed.
stunning. So I'm just happy to see her out and about, and I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it. Yeah.
To New York, indeed. All right. Thanks so much, Rahini. YM Droid.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Thank you for coming up.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, she looks great. And as someone who once worked like adjacent to the fashion industry, I think this is more of a coup for Balenciaga than
Mm.
anything, because their last creative director, quite controversial. I won't go into
Yeah.
why, but you
Yeah,
can
of course.
Google
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know. We know.
So, I mean, if you want to completely refresh from not any intending any shade to them, but if you want to refresh from the Kardashians and that aesthetic to really signal something different.
Yeah.
I think they 100% hit the mark here.
Yeah.
Because everyone is looking to see how Pier Paolo's kind of designs and vision is going to be different from
Yes.
Demna's. And it could not be more different that you have basically the modern princess showing up looking elegant, but looking, again, just very modern in this. For them, they really scored one. And it makes me think that she's probably friends with him behind the scenes, just in addition to the previous works of his that she wore.
Yeah.
But I think she probably has some support coming from him as well. But she looks amazing. And oh my God, Caroline Graham, sorry, I just have to say that woman. So recently there's a shop in the US that does Bath and Body products called Bath and Body Works. And they recently released, I think, like the Evil Queens line. I have a feeling that this is the type of woman who growing up always identified with the evil queens in the story. She looked at Maleficent and she's like, yeah, I want to be her. Same thing with Camilla. I'm betting that they were like, man, F these princesses. I want to be the evil, wicked stepmother. And that's the only explanation that I have for that. Is that basically she wants to be the villain and insert herself into that story because she does not have what it takes to be the main character. So any way that she can insert herself and make herself part of the story, even if it's, as Barron says, climbing up under Mount St. Markle.
Is that what Barron said? I need to go and listen to that podcast.
He always refers to him as Mount St. Markle, which cracks me up. But yeah, I can imagine. Actually, I don't want to imagine that climb. But as to why she
climb. Yeah, that's a horrible climb.
Yeah, no, that is one summit that I do not want to scale. But that is my only theory for her. And just as for appearance, I just a straight unfiltered haterade. That is what William and all of the leftovers, all of the press have to be sipping on, because they're, as you rightfully mentioned, kind of Meghan's 44 compared to William's 44. No, nowhere close. So just pure unadulterated haterade, which Meghan said, I'll pass. And they said, give me more. And we see how that turned out. Obviously, I guess it's the only thing that is keeping Piers Moran alive. And like you said, on his deathbed, it's I'd be interested to see how they start his obit. Noted, I want to say, noted journalist who had his feelings hurt real bad by Meghan Markle decades ago. That is, I imagine somehow he's going to manage to work it into his obit that Meghan stood him up.
Yeah, that's going to be on his gravestone, stood up by Meghan Markle.
It will be, and someone needs to investigate it. Goodness, that man is, he's beyond. And honestly, I feel like his wife is as well, because if I were married to someone and they could not stop obsessing about somebody that much, I'd be like, we are not sharing a bed. We are not sharing a last name. We are not sharing a home.
But she obsesses over Meghan too. She writes articles about Meghan too.
I don't even want to see what's in their closet, because I guarantee you she's got a long brown wig, and it is not to imitate Kate. That there is something very, very off about that, because if collectively as a couple you all are doing that, and especially for him to be married, and I believe he was married at the time, to make that the centerpiece of Meghan's villain origin story for you, that she somehow stood you up as a married man to shoot the mess in a pub. why are you
Mm,
so bothered by that? Like that's just weird. If I were married to someone and they were complaining that this person turned them down for a casual date,
mm.
I'm scratching my head like, what am I, chopped liver? And apparently, I guess she's okay with being that, and going along with the program. I couldn't,
Yeah.
but that's just me.
Mm-hmm. Um, Excellent points made, YM Droid. And actually, I want to just circle back to your point about Balenciaga. It is true that they did have a rather controversial moment, and also they are very closely aligned with the Kardashians. And you're right, if this is them, especially with a new creative director wanting to reset, excellent way to reset. And it does make me wonder, do you think that we could see her as the face of Balenciaga if they want to change directions? Could this be like a preview of Meghan is a new face? Because it's one thing to wear the clothes of the designer, but it's another thing to show up to Paris Fashion Week sitting in the front row with Anna Wintour there and the new creative director with his new vision.
I don't know that Meghan would do it. If you look at just even little things like, I want to say the affiliate links on her profile going away.
No, yeah.
I wonder if she's maybe being a bit more cautious about aligning herself with any brand in particular. And while I'm sure that she and Pier Paolo have a good relationship, and that's just me speculating and reading into it, but I'd imagine for her to show up in this way that they do, for her to, I think that's, like probably a bigger deal than we think. But I feel like that might be the extent, with the hippie highbrow, for example. She, she put the pictures out there and she made it clear that she's definitely friends with the woman who launched that, but you don't actually see her in campaigns. So I'd imagine, and just to avoid any potential controversies, I don't think that, just knowing his work, knowing Pier Paolo's work, I can't see him rehashing or stepping into things the same way Demna did. Who has, I'll just say he has a very edgy kind of, I don't want to call it punk, but he definitely has that, kind of more playful shock value point of view for his fashion, where Pier Paolo is more, he's modern, but he's classic, and he definitely is more fashion, whereas Demna is more shock and doing things in that way. I'll bring up just, not one that was controversial for any other reason, but like, for example, he made what looked like an IKEA bag.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Exactly. And stuff like the shoe socks and such. And it's more about the, hey, kind of look at this type of fashion more so than the cut of it, the flow, whereas that is Pier Paolo's bread and butter. If you look at the clothes, you see just the way that they're draped and how they move. And we know that, that Meghan's pretty slim, but still it just, it's not really about creating any shock for shock's sake or anything, I want to say that's like just avant-garde and kind of out there that catches your eye. It's more like, wow, okay, she looks really good, and this is a silhouette that I haven't seen her in before. And it looks really amazing on her, and that's his type of fashion. So I don't think that there's going to be any type of controversy like that, but you never know. And I'd imagine that in Meghan's camp, she probably doesn't want to have like any face of things for any products where she doesn't have a level of control over exactly all of these type of things.
All the external things. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I think just keep that in mind. While we would of course love to see her as the face of something, and of course because her face card does not decline. And yes, like any brand would be lucky to have her. But again, I think even just as an informal ambassador, it's probably, I'm going to imagine, built on the strength of a friendship to some degree with Pier Paolo, and probably they probably have a good relationship. And I'd imagine that she's probably doing it for that more than any commercial thing. But I mean, listen, free Balenciaga from this new designer, I would take that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, thank you so much for your feedback on that. And also gosh, there was actually something else that I wanted to bring up before. I'm gonna open Rahini, Mina, if you want to jump on. Thank you so much, Wine Droid. Thank you also to V Bram for the super sticker, much appreciated. Was there anybody else that wanted to come up? I don't know if anybody's coming in late. If you want a chance to talk, here is the link. I think you've made some very good points. I think Meghan would want to be very, very careful. And I think maybe that's where just having her own line might be the best thing eventually. And also guys, go on. I can't show them to you here because it would just take me too much effort to upload them. Go on Twitter, go on Instagram, and look at the videos. Like there's one where she's walking to her seat and she looks like she's walking on the runway. She's also just posted in the last 3 minutes, literally in the last 3 minutes, a video of her in the car with the Paris night background in the background, and then she pans to her feet and puts her feet up, like job done, prepare to be sick of me, heels up, unbothered. She's literally just posted that 3 minutes ago.
Now, you know what? Okay, you know what I can't wait to see is I can't wait to see the leftovers try to match her, because you remember last time Harry showed up with a suit and a hanger and he was like, all right, y'all, this is it, I'm out. And then I think like shortly after that, because it was Dior, I think Camilla shows up wearing Dior, or somebody showed up wearing Dior, and of course it's like, yeah, it does nothing for you because you know you're competing with someone who wears the clothes, and you're a person whose clothes wear them. But they did that. So the only thing that I can't wait to see are the imitation attempts. And Camilla's going to look like the ghost of Christmas Past. I think if Kate tried to pull this off, just going around grinning and trying out new wig shades. You know
it's going to happen though. You just know it will.
I do, and that it's just always going to make Meghan's photo and her looks in it look like the after. Anything, regardless of when they try to wear something similar and try to compete with her, whenever they put those pictures side by side, Meghan is always going to look like the after photo. Like before, it looked like someone wearing an oversized bed sheet, and then after.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yes, V. Meghan did not come to play. Black Queen, you said, look at Tracy Ellis Ross's expression. I promise you, it's even more cutesy in the video. Like, she's mesmerized. She's a huge star, but she knows that the cameras are directed more on Meghan, and she was still mesmerized.
I know you're not going to highlight Church Nelly's comment, but I'm just going to say, Church Nelly, I agree.
Huh? What's Church Nelly saying?
Look for the comment about why Meghan is glowing.
Oh my, okay, I think I can guess now. I think I can guess. I was gonna say though, Tracy Ellis Ross actually has a show right now about solo female travel. She's going all over the world. And I've had in my little genie bottle for the longest time for Meghan to take her cooking show, and maybe go to some other countries, give us some international cuisine. So I hope they had a conversation.
And you know what? I hope that the Netflix cameras were there for it, for everybody complaining about,
Yeah.
oh, and they can't show up to the opening of the envelope for the 57th commemoration of of the Royals fart. That Netflix don't want to be there. I'm sorry to break it to them, but no, that does not make for good. There you go. For the opening. Oh, I'm sorry. Her face scared me for
I'm
a second there.
scared. Wait, this is how she looks now?
Okay, I'll change it. I'll change it.
No, yeah,
No, no, for real,
Kate's
that's
face
how.
frightened us all.
Is that how she really looks, you guys? Okay, serious talk. She
I
might
think
really
that
be
Anne was
dead.
trying to get us into spooky season for Halloween,
I
right?
know it is October, but I don't know. Can I go as Kate for like Halloween? I mean, I might scare the kids. I wouldn't get any candy. Damn it.
Oh, God.
I wouldn't get any. And
Um,
Church Nelly, to you, good King Todger is doing his job. I said it.
oh
I
God.
did. I did. I said it.
Oh God. Well, thank you for saying it in a way that's friendly for the senses. Appreciate it. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. We're going over an hour now. So we're gonna wrap things up. Appreciate you all. I will do another call in tomorrow. Hopefully, Lightside can come up. I think she's getting her hair done today. So I'd love to have Lightside up. But I appreciate you all for calling in. And tomorrow, when I've actually had a chance to read the report, I'm not going to do it now because I haven't read through the report properly. But the report from Centre Ballet did come through, and judging by the reactions from the squaddies, it's an absolute bunch of BS. But they're still riding off the coattails of the last financial year, so it's going to be even more interesting. Well, I mean, we'll see where we are, in another year's time, but what this looks like in a year's time, because from what I've seen, other people saying about the report, she's trying to make all types of excuses and just glossing over how much of a disaster this all is. So come back tomorrow for that, and hopefully we'll get more pictures of Meghan. I don't know if Meghan's staying in Paris overnight for a few days, but hopefully we do get more, and if we do, that'll be on tomorrow's podcast. So definitely check back. Thank you.
I have jokes about Sophie, so Chenduka.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll then call back in tomorrow.
Yes. Okay.
Oh,
Can't wait to hear them.
I'm sorry, one more thing. Feminaga
that's
did
right,
an
man.
article on that. I'm sorry.
About
Feminaga had wrote an article about the whole Centre Ballet situation.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, I'll check that out when I read the report as well. Thank you so much, Mina.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right, appreciate you all. Thank you everyone who donated in the podcast today, and don't forget you can also donate on PayPal and buy me a coffee. YouTube takes a ridiculous amount of creators donations, so if you'd like to donate directly to me instead, much appreciated. All right, we'll dance our way out. You can, if you want more of Meghan, I'm still posting more pictures and more video over on Instagram, so you can go over to the Instagram Duchess of Success official, because I'm posting more content on there. All right, see you tomorrow, folks. Ciao.
We got everything we need right here. Wine and burning chemistry. You and me alone. You and me alone. Inside of our embassy. Everything we need right here. Make me sing along. Sing along. I never thought I'd ever be stuck by you. I never thought I'd ever be stuck by you. Oh, watch me dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. We got everything we need, right? Watch me dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. Yeah, we got everything we need right here. We got moonlight on Write down all your memories, feel the things you wanna feel, yeah. In the empty bottle lights all the answer. Oh, watch me dancing in the colors, lightning blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. We got everything we need, right? Watch me dancing in the colors.